shadow of the old oak tree where whispers used to dance. She carved our names inside a heart, a token of romance. Underneath that sprawling bough, her laughter filled the air. Now every leaf that tumbles down whispers of despair. Her voice bleeds through the prairie wind, a song that's bittersweet. It haunts the dusty trails where our two lonely hearts would meet. In the echo of her laughter under skies once so grand, I wander through these ghost towns, a solitary man. The porch still creaks as if she's there, swaying to some silent tune. But the cabin's empty save for dust that's lit by the pale moon. Where we once dreamt of futures bright, now shadows play old scenes. The night air's thick with what's been lost, wrapped in her scarf of dreams. Her voice bleeds through the prairie wind, a song that's bittersweet. It haunts the dusty trails where our two lonely hearts would meet. From vibrant dreams to silent screams under stars that understand, I roam this land without her hand, a broken, weary man. If I could ride past horizons where our sun used to set, would I find her voice there waiting, or just more to forget? With every sunset that I chase and every tear I hide, I'm just a shadow in her light, drifting with the tide. Her voice bleeds in the whipping wind, across the creeks that swell. It's tangled in the silver clouds, in the stories they can't tell. As the oaks stand tall and strong, and I grow old and gray, her whispers in the rustling leaves that never fade away. Her voice bleeds. Her voice bleeds, forever here to stay. In the glow of the fading light drifts under the whispering oak tree shade, we carved our names young and naive on that old porch where the summer winds played. Her laugh was a melody, soft as the dust that danced round our boots in the warm evening gust. Now the sun dips low and the shadows stretch long, her voice just an echo in the prairie song. The oaks stand silent, the porch worn thin, in the fading light drifts where my heart still lives. Years have rolled like tumbleweeds past the dusty old cabin where memories were cast. The saddle sits empty, the trail's overgrown. A cowboy rides solo, his heart turned to stone. The scarf she once wore, now frayed by the breeze, hangs over my door, whispers sorrow and pleas. Now the sun dips low and the shadows stretch long, her voice just an echo in the prairie song. The oaks stand silent, the porch worn thin, in the fading light drifts where my heart still lives. Oh, the rivers may wander, the mountain might stand tall, but her sin in the rain, it haunts through it all. As the stars peek through the cloak of the night, I reckon love's a journey, not just a plight. So the sun dips low and my dreams take flight. In the fading light drifts, I'll find my respite. The oak stands witness to all that's been. In the fading light drifts, love's gentle sin. In the fading light drifts, where my heart still lives. In the silence, my old soul forgives.
Out where the oak trees shadow old forgotten trails, I first saw her by the creek with her bucket pails. Silver laughter in the wind, scarf dancing free. Underneath that willow tree, she smiled at me. Her eyes like the flicker of a campfire's light, guiding my lonesome heart through the blackest night. Her smile carved in the bark of my old weathered soul, like initials set in wood where the wild winds blow. Every sunset paints her face on the canvas sky, but it's her absence fills the plains where my memories lie. Years rolled like tumbleweeds past the porch where we stood. That old house now creaks with secrets of the wood. Satellites dusty, my boots worn thin with Rome. The trail's grown over where we once dreamed of home. Her scarf caught on a bramble, faded now and torn, whispers to the prairie grass of love forlorn. Her smile carved in the bark of my old weathered soul, like initials set in wood where the wild winds blow. Every raindrop writes her name in the thirsty ground, but it's her silence fills the air, a haunting sound. By the lantern's pale glow on this empty cabin floor, I trace the lines of time and unlock yesteryear's door. A single teardrop mingles with the ink on this page as I write of love once vibrant, now turned sage. Her smile carved in the bark of my old weathered soul, carved so deep no seasons can its mark console. And as the stars witness my heart's quiet plea, in every dusty sunset her smile's all I see. Her smile, oh her smile, carved eternally
that old oak tree, by the porch where we used to be. Silent whispers of dust and leaves, singing tales of you and me. Scarves you hung on every hook, now just shadows in every nook. A cabin haunted by the love we took, and the heart you never forsook. Porch cries under moonlit skies, where our love once danced, now my soul just sighs. Every creek and wood, a story told of a warm hand lost in this growing cold. Echoes of your laughter in the breeze as the leaves rustle and the memories tease. Gravel roads where we once roamed, paths of solitude I call home. The saddle sits but rides no more, just like my heart, worn and torn. What changed was not the setting sun, nor the trails we thought we'd always run. It was the fading of your gentle ways and the harsh light of our ending days. Porch cries under starlit realms, holding on to a ghost at the helm. Every sunset bleeds a deeper red, painting loss in the words unsaid. Whispers of you in the wind's mournful calls as the horizon blurs and the nightfall falls. But here I stand where you left your mark, in the silent scream of the meadowlark, a lone figure against the vast open plains, learning to dance in the oncoming rains. So porch cries and so do I, with the stars bearing witness in the sky. The oak still stands though the years pass by, holding memories that refuse to die. In the quiet of this lonesome view, I find the strength to start anew. But in every twilight's fading blue, my heart whispers back to you. Out by the creek where the willows weep, a wagon wheel rests where secrets keep. We carved our names on the old oak side underneath that stretch of endless sky. Her laughter danced on the summer's breath in that little town where my heart lived. Oh, my love, like the sunset too young, wagon wheel now silent where we once begun. The dusk whispers her name through the pines, while I roam these roads with her ghost entwined. Years have worn the path to that porch of old, where the stars watched our stories unfold. But the scarves she left are frayed and gone, just like the echo of our faded song. The saddle's aged, the leather's cracked, every stirrup step a memory flashed. Oh, my love, like the river ran away, and wagon wheel broke beneath the weight. The night cries with rain on the window pane as I trace these trails branded with my pain. There's a solace found in the roaming winds, but they can't touch the sorrow buried within. The dust settles, but my heart beneath my feet. Oh, love, you're the song the prairie sings, in the whispering leaves, in the bell that rings. Wagon wheel, oh, you died too young, but in these wild lands our song's unsung. I'll leave my tears where the creek runs dry, underneath that vast unending sky. In the shadow of the oak I left my leather-bound heart, where the trail splits by the creek, under skies so vast and stark. I found her scarf of faded red, neath the wildflowers sweet, a whispering wind through dusty trails, where our memories discreetly meet. Oh, that trail held a secret in the echoes of her name. The sunset paints in sorrow, every hue tells of the flame. Gone as the light on gravel roads, where our silent songs remain. In the heart of a roaming cowboy stirs the unquiet of the plains. Porch still creaks for company, as if it recalls her steps. But time's a thief on quiet feet, steals the moments that we kept. The cabin holds the coldness now, where once it knew her warmth. Each corner filled with echoes of a love that can't transform. Oh, that trail held a secret in the echoes of her name. The sunset paints in sorrow, every hue tells of the flame. Gone as the light on gravel roads, where our silent songs remain. In the heart of a roaming cowboy stirs the unquiet of the plains. The dust is settled on the saddle, and the rains have washed her trace, but the rivers and the mountains still remember her embrace. As I roam these wild expanses under stars that know my plight, she's the prayer beneath my breath, the lonesome serenade at night. Trail held a secret, and it's buried deep with time. Whispers float on western winds of a love both bold and blind. As the horizon swallows the sun and the shadows claim the light, the trail keeps the secret wrapped in the arms of the night. Underneath the gnarled oak tree, where our initials lay, I remember how the sunset painted skies a mournful gray. Your scarf would dance to lovers' waltz caught on a western breeze, as your words fell softly like the autumn's withered leaves. Her goodbye listened, quiet like the dust on an old town road, where memories whisper through the cracks of what we once called home. A saddle left untouched, a porch now bare, shadows long and twisted in the silence of fading trails. Her goodbye listened. The cabin by the creek now stands as empty as my heart. Gravel roads once traveled feel endlessly apart. The laughter we shared lost in winds that sweep through lonely pines. Our dreams like fallen leaves scattered over time. Her goodbye listened, echoing beneath the vast and starry skies. A haunting tune over hills where the lonely coyote cries. An echo off the mountains through valleys deep and misted in the hush of night. Her goodbye listen. Now every sunset's just a memory's fading light, and every star above a tear from that last night. If love is like a river, mine's run cold beneath the frost, in the chilling breeze where all but sorrow's lost. Her goodbye listened, so did I, to the end of an age-old song. The heart knows what the heart needs and where it truly belongs. With her scarf in my pocket and her memory ever twisted underneath the gnarled oak, her goodbye listen. In this ballad, the use of sensory details and symbolic objects weaves a tapestry of loss and memory, echoing a deep personal connection to the past through the physical landscape of a Western setting.
In the shadow of the oak, where the creek used to sing, lies a scarf she left fading now, a weathered thing. Underneath that old porch light, where moths still dance and swing, there's a whisper amongst the shattered glass where we dreamed of spring. Oh, the whispers in the glass, like echoes of her laugh, they travel on the wind through the past where we once walked, as the sunset paints in brass over fields that felt our past. These shattered glass whispers cut deep as I roam back. Old cabin stands, but the laughter's gone. The door swings lone and slow. Gravel roads where the marks we made, now overgrown, they barely show. That saddle rests untouched. Dust settles where the light gets in. Each piece a fragment of the days before the world grew thin. Oh, the whispers in the glass, like echoes of her laugh, they travel on the wind through the paths where we once walked, as the sunset paints Over fields that felt our path, these shattered glass whispers cut deep as I roam back. By the riverside the willows weep, the stones remember names. Every trail leads back to her, each step retraces flames. Maybe on some rain-soaked night I'll meet her shadow at the gate. In her silent company find peace with what I couldn't change. So listen close beneath the stars, where wild winds never rest, to the shattered glass whispers of a love once confessed. In the quiet town's embrace, or the wildland's endless quest, her memory's a melody in a worn-out cowboy's zest. Yes, these shattered glass whispers bleed in the heart they never left.
In the shadow of the old oak tree, where our names were carved for eternity, the wind flew with her scarf so light across the plains into the night. We watched the sunset paint the skies, her laughter mingled with my sighs. In that quiet town where time slows, only the wind it truly knows. Oh, the wind flew with my heart in tow, through dusty trails where wildflowers grow. Her whisper haunts these empty streets, in every gust that my longing meets. These gravel roads, they know my sins, where love ended and life begins. Oh, the wind flew with her touch so kind, left me a shadow 2 steps behind. Now the porch swing sways, but it's worn and gray, remnants of rain from a bygone day. The cabin empty like the echo of her voice in the silence. My heart's devoid. Each sunset bleeds into starless nights, where once we dreamed beneath pale moonlight. That oak tree stands, but the names fade as time claims the promises we made. Oh, the wind flew with my dreams so wild, through rugged paths once walked as a child. Her whisper haunts these open gates, in every shadow that my soul awaits. These fading trails, they curve and bend, where beginnings blurred into an end. Oh, the wind flew with her smile so bright, now I'm just a whisper in the night. Love is a journey through storms and calm, why does her memory serve as my balm? Across these lands my regrets are sown, underneath skies forever unknown. Oh, the wind flew and I tried to grasp the scent of her hair and our love's last gasp. Her whisper haunts this broken heart, on lonely trails we're worlds apart. These quiet towns, they soak up my cries, where the wind flew with her goodbye. Oh, the wind flew and left me here In the shadow of an oak where the old river bends, I found your scarf, the color of the sunset's in. The wind whispers through the grass, a soft and lonely hymn, speaking of the days when your love lived within. Where the gravel roads kiss the sky's wide embrace, I can still trace your laughter, your timeless grace. Oh, how the dust waits on the brim of my hat for another chance to turn back on this lonesome track. But the sun dips low, like my heart beneath the weight of all we lost to time's unyielding gate. Here I stand, a shadowed figure in the fading light, holding on the breeze as day slips into night. There's an empty cabin where the porch light used to glow. Now it's just the moon watching the creaky swing slow. The trails we rode are overgrown, the world has moved on, but in my dreams we're riding still from dusk till dawn. Saddles gathered dust in the silence of the room, each one a chapter of love in the book of this gloom. Oh, how the dust waits on the brim of my hat for another chance to turn back on this lonesome track. But the stars now weep where the rain softly cried for the words left unsaid and the days that have died. Here I stand, lost in echoes of what used to be, as the night claims the land, but never sets me free. Under the vast, endless skies I've come to understand, every trail has its sin, every hourglass its sand. Yet in the heart of the quiet, in the breath of the wind, your memory dances forever deep within. Oh, how the dust waits, and maybe it always will, on the edge of my dreams, on this silent haunted hill. So I'll ride on till my own time meets the dawn, knowing dust will wait even when I'm gone. Here I stand, a shadowed figure in the fading light, holding on the breeze as day slips into night. So let the dust lie where our memories fell, in the heart of the land where the lone cowboys dwell.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild daisies grow, sat an old wooden porch, holding secrets only I know. We carved our names in the rail, under skies vast and blue, where the promise of forever felt honest and true. But the porch stays quiet, the oak tree's grown old, the scarf you left behind turned gray and cold as the sun dips low. In the land of the free, this lonely heart rides trails where you used to be. Time swept in like the rain on dusty forgotten roads. Your laughter's just an echo in the cabins we called home. The saddle sits untouched
its leather cracked and dry, each creak a painful reminder of days long gone by. Still the porch stays quiet, the oak tree stands tall, the wind whispers your name in the twilight's call, with the sun hanging low in a sky so vast and deep. My heart's a lonesome rider through memories I keep. Beneath the endless heavens, I've roamed from town to town, but each horizon's painted with the love I hadn't found. The world spins on, the stars watch from above, yet in this silent stillness, all I know is our lost love. Yes, the porch stays quiet under that old oak tree, where our dreams still linger, but you're just a memory as night claims the valley and the stars stake their claim. I'm left with the shadows and the whisper of your name in the chill of the silence where our laughter once roared. The porch stays, but it's you, oh it's you I still long for. Out by the ridge where the oak tree stands tall, I left parts of my heart with the fall of each leaf. We carved our names, young dreams on old bark, now just ghostly whisper as the prairie wind weaves. Sunset drips gold on a gray wooden porch, where your scarf lies forgotten, its colors grown pale. I trace the threads like roads on a map, each one a memory, a love tale gone stale. Saddle fades on the back of my roan, just like the love that we once had known. Riding through shadows on gravel roads long, heart heavy like rain. In the dust we're thrown. Years tumble like tumbleweeds past empty cabins, wildflowers bow in fields where you danced in the rain. Now only echoes of laughter float under starlight as night wraps its arms around my silent refrain. The saddle's worn leather holds shapes of our journey, embossed with the miles and the tears that were shed. Each stirrup a reminder of steps we're not taking, on pathways now blurred where our promises led. Saddle fades on the back of my roan, echoes of hoofbeats, now love's overthrown. Riding through memories forever alone, heart heavy like rain, where the wild winds have blown. My confessions to the stars, dreams hang like lanterns on the gates of what's past. Yet in the quiet, your whisper in the sagebrush, a testament that some loves are built to last. Saddle fades, but these old trails know every step taken and the places we'd go. Maybe I'm meant to wander these lands, the shadow among rocks with my heart in my hands. Sunset burns red and I whisper goodbye to the love that we lost. this endless sky.
Underneath the old oak shade, where our dreams first found their feet, we carved our names, wild and free, in the heart of a summer's heat. Your scarf had danced upon the breeze, like a soft and subtle plea, in that dusty town where the wagon stood, but now it's just a memory. Oh, the wagon walked away with the sunset in its wheels, leaving shadows long and gray, and this heart that never heals. Every gravel road whispers your name through the whispers of the trees. The wagon walked away, my love, and took all my dreams. Now the porch swings alone, the echoes of your laughter gone. The saddles gather dust where our tales were spun from dusk till dawn. The cabin stands empty where once the candlelight warmly played. On the trail we walk, now just a fading jade and lonely shade. Yes, the wagon walked away with the sunset in its wheels, leaving shadows long and gray, and this heart that never heals. Every gravel road whispers your name through the silence of the breeze. The wagon walked away, my love, and left me on my knees. In the hush of the rain, I feel you close like whispers of the past. Every drop of memory's ghost in a love that couldn't last. I roam these wild lands beneath skies vast and deep, searching for my heart in the promises you couldn't keep. So the wagon walked away under skies turning bleak. My tears mixed with the dust and the words I cannot speak. Every sunset burns red like the scars you left behind. The wagon walked away, my love, and peace I cannot find. The screen fades to the cowboy, silhouette against the fading light. Hat low as the last note of his ballad drifts into the twilight.
By the gnarled oak at Wilson's Bend, where the river kisses tired land, I see her scarf, a splash of red among the wildflowers where we once tread. Each whispered breeze a soft lament for whispered loves in shadow spent. The ghost haunts where laughter danced on empty trails and fleeting glances under moonlit canvases in the stillness of the plains. The whispers mingle with the rain. The old porch swing creaks alone its song, a tired melody of right and wrong. Time the thief came riding through, stole her smile as cold winds blew. Now the cabin's bare as bones, echo in the heart that moans. Ghost haunts where laughter edges of my heart torn in the echoes of my hollow boots. Walks of love that's turned to roots. Still the ghost haunts where dreams once lived. In whispered echoes, something's gotta give. Under sunsets painted, where the old path wanes, her memories a melody in the dusk remains.
Out where the oak tree shadows creep, along the creek where willows weep, there's a stone where the cold wind moans. In the town that the world forgot, we carved our names young lovers claim under the skies where my heart lies, with the promise of sunrise painted on your smile. But the grave said nothing, just echoed my cries as the wind played sad on the old porch chimes. Your scarf still holds the scent of rain, and my heart rides alone on a lonesome plain. Seasons turn, the wildfires burn, and I rode past our fading trails where laughter hung round the rafters high. Now empty cabins lost to time, the saddles worn, my spirits torn, on gravel roads where silence bulges and the sunset bleeds into the corners of my mind. The grave said nothing, just echoed my cries as the wind swept dust where the old dog lies. Your scarf still holds the scent of rain, and my heart rides alone forever stained. Oh, the whisper of the oak trees carries secrets that we once knew. In the hush of twilight's embrace, I find the faintest trace of you. And the grave said nothing, won't tell me why. Every goodbye echoed under that twilight sky. Your scarf, a shroud of memories, as I wander alone where you once wandered with me. Yeah, the grave said nothing, but in the silence I know I'm bound to these shadows where wild roses grow.
On the outskirts of a dream, by the shadow of an oak, I trace the lines of laughter where your scarf once gently spoke. Underneath that aging porch where the old wood barely stands, my boots still stir the dust up like your fingers through my hands. But love said nothing as the silence filled the air, just the creaking of the saddle and a whisper of despair. The sunset bleeds like fire on horizons turning thin. Love said nothing, leaving me to the mercy of the wind. Those gravel roads we wandered, now just pathways to the past. The cabin stands abandoned like the shadows that we cast. Rain taps on the rooftop like the rhythms of your grace. But it's just the lonely heartbeat in this empty, quiet place. Love said nothing as the darkness hugged the light. Just the echo of your footsteps merging with the coming night. The stars above like watchers to a tale that's wearing thin. Love said nothing, leaving me to the mercy of the wind. And oh, how the prairies remember us, every laugh woven through the grass, every teardrop of rain turning trails to mud and glass. But as the moon climbs the back of the hills where once our dreams did soar, I find solace in the silence, though it pains me evermore. Love said nothing, not a farewell or a sigh, just the turning of the earth and the aching of the sky. Now I ride through fading trails where our memories have thinned. Love said nothing, but I still feel everything. Out where the oak tree shadows weave along the creek where I told you to leave, the gravel cracked under your boots so worn there in the dusk of that early morn. Your scarf had danced a farewell in the breeze, left me alone with my memories. Lost trail remembers the echo of your laughter. Sunset bleeds like it knows what I'm after. Dust settles where your shadow fell. These winding paths, they sure feel like hell. Every stone, every thorn's an old friend on this lonely ride that never seems to end. Porch still creaks, but it's empty now. The door swings loose with a solemn vow. Rain taps on the windows, a sad old tune, under the watch of a cold silver moon. The saddle hangs untouched, it's true, just like the heart you broke into. Lost trail remembers the echo of your laughter. Sunset bleeds like it knows what I'm after. Dust settles where your shadow fell. These winding paths, they sure feel like hell. Every stone, every thorn's an old friend on this lonely ride that never seems to end. What's left of love when the fire burns out? Just ash gray skies and a heart full of drought. But that old pine box where dreams lay to rest keeps you alive, pounding deep in my chest. trail remembers and never forgets the laughs, the tears, and those sunset regrets. I walk these roads beneath stars overhead, with you my ghost and the words never said. Every step, every sigh's a desperate plea on this lonely trail where you're still with me.
Cottonwoods lie low, I found her 'neath the heavens' amber glow. Our hearts carved in the old oak by the stream, where whispers of our dreams flowed like a beam. The porch creaked under quiet secret games in that lost town. The sunset called my name. Oh, the bleeding sky, how it knew my plight. Each crimson streak a memory in flight. Lonely paths where my scarred boots have roamed, in the dying light where my heart called home. But shadows stretching, only I'm to blame. Under that sky, the sunset called my name. Years wore down the trail to her front door. Gravel roads don't lead me back no more. Her scarf still fragrant with yesterday's rain, left behind on the saddle my refrain. The whispering winds, they don't sound the same since from my grasp her warmth did fade and wane. Oh, the bleeding sky, how it knew my plight. Each crimson streak a memory in flight. Lonely paths where my scarred boots have roamed, in the dying light where my heart called home. But shadows stretching, only I'm to blame. Under that sky, the sunset called my name. And now each night as stars begin their dance, I wonder if there's still a ghost of a chance to rewrite the tales penned by dust and time, to clear the rust and climb back in her prime. But the night is vast and the chill lays claim on the heart of a cowboy, wild and untamed. Yes, the bleeding sky, it once knew my plight. Its colors dim as I turn from the light. The road stretches long, my regrets I tame. Echoes linger where the sunset called my name. In the stillness her laugh softly fades to low, with the sunset's call, a whisper evermore. In the shadow of the oak, where our names were once told, leather boots side by side, yours were new, mine were old. We watched the sun bleed its gold over hills soft and bold, but your laughter's now a whisper in the prairie's windy fold. Oh, my heart rides the trails of your echoing ghost, where the wind talks in sighs and the silence boasts. These boots, they've turned
that's untouched. It's weathered by the storm. In the cabin where your scar flies, tattered and forlorn. Old porch creaks underfoot, like it mourns the morn. Since the day you left, it's just shadows I adorn. Oh, my heart rides the trails of your echoing ghost, where the wind talks and sighs and the silence boasts. These boots, they've turned cold since you've been gone, lost in the dust of dreams withdrawn. There's a quiet in the rain, a melody unsung, of gravel roads not taken, words we left unstrung. I roam through fading trails where our rivers once flowed. Now I understand, some love's too heavy a load. So I'll walk these vacant lands where our memories rove, with boots turned cold in the absence of love. Yes, these boots, they've turned cold since you've been gone. A cowboy's heart wanders, forever withdrawn. Oh, these boots have turned cold, but the journey's not old. In the silence of the sunset, where our stories retold.
Under the shade of an old oak tree, where the wind whispers secrets in a dance, you and I carved our names for eternity. In that wild field where we took our last stance, with a scarf you left all tattered and red, tied to the branch where our love stories bled. Saddle cries on a dusty trail, echoes of hoofbeats, a lonesome wail. Sunset burns just to fade away, like your voice in the winds of yesterday. Oh, this heart rides alone tonight, under stars that don't shine as bright. Now the old porch creaks with no one to know. The tales of the laughter are sweet undertow. An empty cabin keeps the cold at its heart. Gravel roads lost to the wilderness raft, where the river used to sing you to sleep. Lies the silence so heavy, so deep. Saddle cries on a dusty trail, echoes of hoofbeats, a lonesome wail. Sunset burns just to fade away, like your voice in the winds of yesterday. Oh, this heart rides alone tonight, under stars that don't shine as bright. In the rustle of leaves I still hear your laugh, but time's a thief in a photograph. Fading trails, how they twist and they weave. Your absence is the ghost I can't leave. Oh. Saddle cries on that dusty trail, a cowboy's heart told a lonesome tale.
Every sunset I whisper your name in the hopes that my soul you'll reclaim. Yet here I ride forever astray, in the twilight of memories that won't fade away.